If you've been out on the water for any period of time, you're gonna have some bad days out there. It's bound to happen. Sometimes they happen on accident, but sometimes the wounds are self-inflicted. Kinda like some of the things we'll see in this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. In fact, why not? Let's go ahead and make those self-inflicted wounds our subject this week, and we'll talk about when you messed up. You know, like that time you were out there relaxing with your family, cruising along like there was no cares in the world, and all of a sudden you hit that sandbar that's been out there forever. Or maybe you guys went to go explore that island you hadn't been to in a while, and you're like, we can leave the boat anchored right here for just a little bit. What's the worst that could happen? Nothing's gonna go wrong, only to find out, well, that plenty can go wrong, even when we don't intend for anything bad to happen. And then sometimes we'll get that little extra nudge. Sure, we'll put ourselves in a position we know we probably shouldn't have been in anyway, but then somebody else who's out there on the water with us will give us that little extra boost or that little extra push that we need to carry us over the edge to turn a situation into a bad one. Sometimes it's easy to point fingers at others when we get put in those positions, and other people will help assist us in having a bad day on the water, but most of the time we knew better than that, and we knew better than to trust those people, but we did it anyway. For some reason it seems like just something about the water gets us a little more relaxed, lets us let our guard down, and gets us into trouble, and you know what? We wind up typically paying the price for making those decisions. Kinda like this crew right here is about to pay the price for letting their friend launch them.
Oh shit!
A lot of times when we mess up out on the water, it'll either wake up out on the water without a clue how we got there, where we're at, or where our friends are at. And of course, a lot of times when we find ourselves in these positions in our boating lives, it's because we took a leap without looking where we were going. Or maybe we decided we were going to do things just a little too fast and not pay attention exactly to what all was going on around us. And of course, when you're boating, you absolutely have to pay attention to everything that's going on around you. If you don't do that, you're always going to wind up finding yourself in some slippery situations that for whatever reason you can't just seem to get a grip of. But hey, it's all part of boating, and sooner we realize that not every day out on the water is going to be a perfect day, all of a sudden you'll become a whole lot more relaxed in your boating lifestyle, and you'll let things just happen the way they're going to happen, and realize that there's other people out there on the water who are going to make bigger mistakes than you, and there's always people there to help us and get us back on our way. Boating, of course, is just like any other hobby or sport you might pick up in your life. You're not naturally just going to be good at it. It's going to take some time, some practice for you to pick up on the things that are going on, and well, we will all probably have to take a few walks of shame as we learn the ropes a few times here and there. And of course, it's not the way everybody always pictures it. Everybody thinks we're gonna get a boat, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna just sun, relax, and have a good time. Well, things just don't always work out that way, but I'll tell you what, the highs still beat the lows. Well, maybe the highs beat the lows most of the time. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boneheaded Boaters of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening on your waterways, be sure to hit me up on Facebook or Instagram and let me know, and you might see your stories over here. Just like Tim Beattie, Greg Donovan, and Seth Stern did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button. If not, we're coming to steal your drain plug.